He was there last year. Yeah, we were on the Hyatt House Hotel together. In Dome Conference, Hi, welcome. A minute or so remaining in the warm-up clock. Pure Edge and the Black Sweaters rematch against SDP Premier. They played this team in their final game of pool play and lost 3-2. So hoping to exact a little revenge today and pick up the win to take third place in the tournament if they can pull it off. right, the boys are ready to break the huddle. We're about to get underway here in this third place game. Last game of the weekend for the boys. Congrats to the 2010 team. They've advanced into the championship. They play this afternoon at 3:45. The 2011 team here playing for third place. And we're underway. Brown wins the face-off, controls the face-off, I should say, plays it back to Lang, and Lang dumps it in. Moragas chasing after it, trying to clear it out, but it's picked off by Weisner here on the near boards. Weisner trying to get it back to the line, just out of the reach of Phillips. Played it back, trying to set up a shot from the point, but out of Phillips' reach. Comes into the neutral zone momentarily. They dump it in, but it's offsides. Get our first whistle of the day, of the game, I should say. Just outside the blue line after the offsides call. Phillips and Lang on D. Moragas, Brown, Weisner, your forwards. And we're underway again. Pure Edge controls the face-off. They send it back to Lang. Lang plays it up to Weisner. Kicks it back to himself. They're over the blue line. Onside shot from Weisner. Just wide of the net. Caroms into the corner. Brown will run after it. Brown bangs it back around behind the net. Moragas trying to get there, but SDP beats him to it. They try to clear it out. Comes back to the point. Phillips plays it right back up to Weisner. Trying to tap it over to Moragas. Brown is there tied up with a poke check by SDP, and they come away with it. They'll dump it in behind the net. Circles behind Stewartson. He stops it for Phillips behind the net. Phillips tries to hit the brakes and go around a defender, but poke check. SDP regains possession. They'll poke it away. Moragas trying to free himself up. Can't get through the traffic. They'll circle around and reset. Moragas pass over to Brown. Brown trying to play it around a defender. Trying to chip it around the boards. He does. He gets around the defender, then gets around the ref, but too much traffic there, and it comes back to the point. Vondrik's trying to keep it in. He does a good job of chipping it in. Pass through the slot. Nobody home. Goes all the way into the far corner. SDP will pick up the loose puck, and they'll break it out the left side. They're up through the neutral zone. Poke check by Brown on the back check there. Separates the puck. Pure Edge will reset in their own zone. Leith and Stevenson in on D. Not Stevenson, Vondrik, I should say, on the other defender. Leith and Vondrik. Gonna get a tripping call here. First man advantage of the game goes to SDP. As Vondrik gets called for the tripping call, he'll go off the ice. Just over 13 minutes remaining in the period. SDP goes on the power play. Stevenson and Vanderpool on D. Argadine. And I'll get a look at the other forward there. Might be Hunzinger. I'm not sure who that is. Take a look at it in a second. Play around, trying to clear the ice or clear the zone. It's kept in though on the right side. Stevenson sets up shop right in front of the net. Argadine in support there as well. Puck comes around the back of the net. They try the wraparound attempt. Hits the side of the iron. Doesn't get through. Vanderpool battling back there. SDP comes away with it. Centering pass right in front. They fanned on it. Had a good backdoor opportunity right there. Couldn't get a good stick on it. They'll try to set it up again. They get around some traffic. Shot goes all the way into the corner. Off target. SDP corrals the puck and tries to play it back to the right point. Built up it back down low. Hunzinger is the other winger on the ice. SDP plays it back to the right D. Shot doesn't get through. Turned aside by Stevenson. Stevenson clears this crease. Vanderpool and Hunzinger back in the corner, battling, trying to support. Another wraparound attempt goes all the way out to the top of the D. A shot, and they score. Looked like a screen. I'm not sure if Stewartson saw it. SDP gets on the board. They strike first with the power play goal. 12:08 remaining. Pure Edge finds himself down 1-0. Hodgman and Masters on the wings. Face-off. Majors will take the draw. Lang and Phillips are your defense. Hodgman runs down the face-off. Hodgman chips it ahead on the sideboards into the zone. SDP trying to cycle it out of the zone. Good forecheck pressure by Masters and Majors there to try to keep the play alive. Puck goes into the near corner. SDP trying to dig it out. Majors chips it back. Masters chasing, trying to keep it going, but SDP will come away with it. They break across the blue line. Phillips and Lang are back. Phillips backtracking into his own zone. Forces man to the outside. forces him behind the net. Tried to wrap around attempt, but never pulled the trigger. They sling it all the way back to the left D. Shot coming from the left D. Tip. Good tip there. You can hear the tip on the stick, but it trickled wide. SDP trying to dig it out of the corner. Play it back to the point. It does come back to the D. Another shot picked up in the slot. They don't get a shot off. They pull it back for another shot, and it goes off of the defender into the corner. SDP with some good pressure on this shift. Most of the time in the pure edge zone. Trying to set up a centering play that goes through the crease, doesn't get through. Hodgson trying to clear it out. He does. He gets it right on, just off it. It might be on target and avoid the icing call. It does cross the last red line. We'll get an icing call at 10:54. Pure edge will change it up. I'm not sure what to call this here. I thought it was an icing call. It's an icing call, and they're doing it at center ice. They said it was tipped. I saw him signal over to the coach. It was tipped, so really it was an inadvertent whistle. Should not have been an icing, so they just played it at the neutral zone. Vondruk picks up the loose puck. Backhands it up to Brown. Brown trying to chip it around a defender, but couldn't get a good stick on it. Leaf back checking, ties up his man. Gives Moragas a chance to skate it out. Moragas trying to get it through, kicks it back to himself. Moragas has Weisner. He plays it ahead to Weisner. Brown in support as well. Poke check over on Weisner. Weisner dumps it in. Played for Moragas behind the net. Moragas playing it back, trying to get it back to the point. Leaf is back here. Leaf sends it back down low, looking for Moragas. Brown's in the slot, centering pass right in front to Brady Brown. Good attempt there. One-timer from Moragas to Brown, but got chipped away. Leaf is back. Vondruk is back. Shot coming. Glove save, kicked it off to the side. Rebound, saved again. The left leg pad save. He's got the corner covered there. Several attempts to stuff it in. They dig it back out. Brown comes away with it. Backhand pass to Moragas. Moragas chips it up on the boards, trying to get it out, but it's kept in by SDP. SDP keeping the play alive. Chipped ahead, though, by Weisner. He eventually clears the zone. Weisner gets it down low in the zone, dumps it in, and he'll head back to the bench for a line change. Argadine takes a poke check at it. SDP crosses the blue line into the pure edge zone through the face-off dot. The final poke check there, though. Separates a puck. Not sure who that was. Might have been Vanderpool. We'll see. Pure edge trying to get it out up to Argadine or Masters. Hunzinger on the ice. Centering pass turned away. Shot goes off Masters' shin guard. Doesn't get all the way to the net. Couple pure edge skaters overskated on the poke check. Comes back to the right D. Shot tipped. Loose puck in front. Cleared away at the last second. Last second play. I think it was Vondruk that cleared it out of the crease. Another shot on target. Stewartson saves. Argadine eventually comes away with it. Poke check though. Lost it momentarily, and then Masters comes away with it. Masters spins around trying to get some space. Chips it up over the blue line, looking for Argadine, but just out of his reach. SDP collects the puck at the neutral zone, makes a pass over the left winger, crosses just over the blue line. Vanderpool chases down the loose puck. Vanderpool circles behind his own net. Loses an edge in the corner. Loose puck in the near corner. Several players battling, but Argadine comes away with it. Argadine skates it around his own net. Skates it through some traffic. Across the blue line. He's got Masters streaking. Argadine is over the blue line. Into the zone. Looking to get a shot on net. Pulls it around. Right in front. Shot. Wide. Might have got tipped. Looked like it was on target, but trickled into the left corner. Oh, eventually cleared all the way out. They wave it off. No icing. Puck goes behind the net. Phillips will break it out. Phillips plays it up to Hodgson. Trickles off his stick. SDP picks up the loose puck. Poke check by Vanderpool. Comes back to Phillips. Chipped ahead, though, by SDP. They bring it in the zone. They'll reset and try to bring it back to the point. Circle back down with the pass low. Looking for a centering pass. Goes all the way through the crease. Through the slot, I should say, and across the blue line. Hodgson in pursuit. Long pass to the other D. Moragas there as well. Vanderpool picks up the loose puck. He plays it back to Phillips. Phillips tried to get it out across the blue line to Moragas. Moragas plays it over far side to Hodgson. Hodgson has Major streaking. On sides. Hodgins trying to backhand it in the zone, get it over to Majors, but can't get through some traffic. Lane and Phillips back, 2-on-2 break for SDP. Back checking is Majors. Majors comes in from behind, disrupts the play. Lang and Moragas over there with the poke check. They disrupt the play, and Brown comes away with it. Brown streaking down the side. Trying to get through around a couple defenders. He's got Moragas in the slot. He plays it back to Moragas. One-timer off the blocker. Good one-timer from Brown to Moragas, but it went off the blocker. Kicked into the corner. SDP comes away with it. Neutral zone pass, streaking down. Brown back checking. Lang and Vondrek back on D. They'll run it down. Lang picks it up behind Stewartson. Lang skating it out. Just over 6 minutes remaining in this first period. Brown has the loose puck, trying to play it over to maybe Wisner, possibly Majors. And it's poke checked away. SDP comes away with it. They'll break it out on the right side. They played ahead in the neutral zone. Vondrek chasing back with Lang. Poke check by Vondrek. Shot though. Stewartson got a glove on it and chipped over the net, behind the net. Kicked into the near corner. Vondrek, Wisner, Majors, Brown all over there. Battling it out of the near boards. Lang stays back in the crease. They finally dig it out. Wisner comes away with it. Wisner trying to get through some traffic. Poke check there though by SDP, and he can't get through the traffic. Brown and Vondrek chip it ahead to Wisner again. Trying to regain possession here in the neutral zone. Big battle on the boards here. 5 players tied up on the side. And Brown comes away and chips it ahead to the blue line. Dumped in. And they're going to call an icing call. It was behind the line. One ref had his hand up, checked with the other one, and they agreed it was an icing. That'll bring it back down into the SDP zone with 5:01 remaining in the first period. Hargadine to take the face off. He wins it back to the right point. Leith fires a shot, doesn't get through, hits an SDP defender, and he chips it back out. Vanderpool here on the near boards with Wisner. It's dug out by SDP, and they cross the blue line. Poke check though, and Pure Edge comes away with it. Play it up to Hargadine. It's kept into the point though. Hargadine returns the favor and poke check back. Couple back and forth moves here, and they finally get it off the boards, trying to get it up to Hargadine, but just out of his reach. It's turned away by an SDP defender. Leith has the puck, looking for Wisner, but some traffic there right when the puck arrives. 3 SDP players, and they dig it out. Shot right on target. Stewartson gloves it and hangs on to it. Masters, Moragas, Hodgson come on for Pure Edge. Stevenson and Vondrek on the ice for the defensive unit. Face off. Controlled by SDP. They're trying to get it back to the point, but couldn't get a shot. They'll chip it behind the net, behind Stewartson. Stevenson in a battle back there. Centering pass, nobody home. And the puck is picked up by Pure Edge. They'll skate it out, trying to get it ahead to Hodgson. Goes off of Hodgson's tape, just out of his reach. And SDP chips it back to the neutral zone the other direction. They've got a break coming. Face-off dot shot. Hits a Pure Edge defender, goes into the corner. Never made it on net. SDP picks up the rebound. Moragas chases behind the net, tries to poke check it away. Does disrupt the play, but SDP sends it back behind the net. Stevenson plays it around, looking for Masters. Masters picks up the puck. They're trying to break it out. He's got Moragas and Hodgson. 3-on-2 break. They've got numbers. Masters across the blue line. Poke check. Disrupts the play. Masters trying to get a centering pass. Vondrek keeps it in. He pinches in at the point. They eventually clear the zone, though. Phillips the only man back. 2-on-1 break. 1-on-1 break. Poke check by Phillips disrupts the play. Slide it into the crease. Stewartson returns it right back to Masters. Masters plays it up to Moragas. Moragas trying to get it out of the zone. Brown with Masters there, trying to chip it out of the blue line. It's kept in by SDP. Masters spins around. Again, a poke check by SDP, and they can't clear it out. Goes behind the net. Vondrek will chase that down. Bondrick trying to play it off the boards, knocks the SDP stick out of his hand. Loose puck bouncing around. Brown is there as well. They're trying to kick it out across the blue line. Can't quite clear the zone, though. SDP keeps it alive. They're finally slinging it up into the neutral zone, and SDP will reset. Moragas almost jumped a pass there, but couldn't get a stick on it. Phillips in the battle in the corner there. Moragas as well helping out with Brown, but SDP comes away with that centering pass, top of the slot, doesn't get through to the crease, hit a skate, kicked into the corner. Chipped over behind the net to Lang. Lang plays it ahead, trying to get it out, but it's kept in by SDP, on the point. They'll dump it back in, but Lang scoops it up and backhands it up to Majors. Majors chipped it over to center ice, looking for Moragas, but out of his reach, and SDP collected it. Loose puck. Moragas across the blue line, trying to skate through some traffic. He'll circle around, keep the play alive. He sauces it over to Brown, who tips it over, looking backdoor to Majors. Wasn't quite set up there. Another backhand attempt by Majors, trying to get it into the crease. It's poked away by SDP, though. Kept into the point by Lang. SDP tries to clear it out. Hargadon picks up the loose puck. Doesn't get a good shot on it. Poke check. Sends the puck into the corner. Hargadon trying to come away with it. It's picked up by Hargadon. Slides behind the net looking for the wraparound. Goes right in front. Loose puck in front. Brown had a crack at it. Poked away at the last second. Loose puck right after the shot by Hargadon. Brown almost tapped it in. Phillips and Hargadon chasing the puck into the corner. SDP winger. And we'll get a tripping call on Hargadon as Hargadon brings his man down. He'll go off the ice with 55 seconds remaining in the first period. Pure Edge finds itself killing another penalty here. Down 1-0 at the end of towards the end of the first period. Face off controlled by Pure Edge. Trying to play it around behind their net. Vanderpool backhands it up looking for Weisner. Weisner will skate it out. That'll clear the zone. Weisner's across the red line and he'll just dump it in. Hunzinger chasing after it. Trying to make a play on the puck. Dangerous for the goalie out of the net. He just left it back there for all the traffic instead of clearing it. Comes back to the point. Vondrick sauces it into the corner. Hunzinger chasing after it, trying to keep the play alive. They try to clear it up to the point. Weisner's there, and he keeps it in. Weisner pinches down, plays it off the boards, looking for Hunzinger. Puck trickles into the corner, but SDP is there. And they cleared all the way back to the blue line. It's chipped ahead. They're offside, so they couldn't touch the puck, but now that it's cleared, SDP rushes the other direction. I'd say Pure Edge was offsides on that last play, so they had to let it go. That'll do it for the first period. They don't seem to be using the penalty clocks here, but I think there's probably about 1:05 remaining on the power play for SDP. Pure Edge will have to kill that 1:05 off as we start the second period. Moragas and Brown are your forwards. Vanderpool and Vondrick, I believe, on defense. Just over a minute remaining on the penalty to Hargadon. SDP tries to dump it in, but it's kept out by Vondrick. Chips it ahead to Moragas, and Moragas will backhand it into the zone. That'll eat some more clock. To get to down about the 14-minute mark, just under it, and Hargadon comes out of the box. SDP trying to set something up, can't quite clear their own zones. Good penalty kill so far. Good pressure by Pure Edge. SDP breaks it up through the neutral zone after picking up a loose puck. They're across the blue line, 3-on-3 break. Poke check by Brown, sends it over before the shot was taken. Brown's there to intercept it again. Loose puck in the corner. Picked up by SDP, trying to get back to the crease for a shot. Poked away at the last second. And they'll flip it up and out of the zone all the way down the other end of the ice. No icing because of the power play. SDP picks up the loose puck. Down to about 5 seconds, I believe, on the penalty kill. They'll dump it in. Vanderpool chasing after behind his own net. Hargodine's out of the box. Full strength, 5-on-5. Hargodine rushing to get back into play. Shot coming. Turned aside by Vondrick. Never got on net. SDP trying to send it around the boards. A little too far for their man, and it's chipped ahead by Vondrick. Or I should say Moragas. Moragas streaking with Hargodine. He plays it over to Hargodine. Shot! Scores! Hargodine from Moragas. Ties the game at 1. Great puck movement. They poked it ahead in the neutral zone, and Moragas streaking down the right side. Took all the attention with him, and wide open back door was Hargodine. Great pass on the tape, and he connected and buried it to make it 1-1. Tied it back up. New game. 34 remaining in the second period. Fresh off of the penalty, Hargodine's on the ice for about 30 seconds, and he connects for a goal from Moragas. Hargodine wins the faceoff. Has a spin around and played ahead to Majors, but a little out of his reach, and SDP picks it up. SDP clears the zone, pass up the blue line. Weisner with a good back check, ties up the man. Scrum here in the near boards. A couple players go down. They're back up. Trying to dig it out. SDP comes away with it. Slides ahead though, and Phillips picks up the puck. Phillips trying to evade his man. He'll carry it behind his net. He smacks it around looking for Hargodine. Gets over to Hargodine. Hargodine streaking with Majors. Sauce pass up to Weisner. Weisner tips it ahead to himself. Weisner collects the puck. Got poked away momentarily. He's trying to play it over to Hargodine. Picks up the loose puck. Hargodine backhand pass right in front. Weisner trying to get it back to the point. We had a couple defenders open, just couldn't get a stick on it. He was trying to play it back, poke it back to Phillips or Lang for a shot. SDP got there first. Phillips overskates it. Weisner there in the corner picks up the loose puck. Comes back to Phillips. Now Phillips collects it. Will backhand it around the boards looking for Hargodine. Hargodine trying to play it around the defender. Lang chips it ahead. Lang will skate it out. Lang trying to play it ahead to Majors. Lang skates it across the blue line. He drops back. Drop pass, I should say, to Majors. Majors fires a shot. Goes all the way to the left side. Hargodine chips it around one defender. Gets it down low. Line change for Pure Edge. 2 new defensemen on the ice. Hargodine skates around some traffic. Stays down low. Spins around to evade a defender. Centering pass right in front all the way through. Looking for Weisner, but pass went just behind him. Leith and Vondrick back on D. 2-on-2 break here. Shot high over the crossbar. Caroms around. Comes back to the point. Just out of the zone. Hargodine in pursuit. Had a good poke check there. Couldn't quite get a stick on it though. Drifted over to the SDP right defense. Let's skate it back through the neutral zone. Leith and Vondrick back on D. Shot far down. Right over to the right shoulder. Glove shoulder, I should say. Glove side. Hit the crossbar and went down. Bar down goal for SDP makes it 2-1. 11.5 minutes remaining. Great wrist shot there by SDP. Hit the crossbar. Just over Stewartson's glove side shoulder. Puts him back up top by 1. Pure Edge controls the face-off. Hodgson trying to chip it ahead to Masters here on the near boards, but SDP comes away with it. Poke check by Hunziger. The puck comes back to Vanderpool. Vanderpool was skated behind his own net. Set up shop, looking to set up a play. Waits for an SDP player to commit, and finally clears it up. Doesn't get it out of the zone. It stayed right on the blue line. They keep it in again. Fan on a shot. Poke check there by Hunziger trying to clear it out. Doesn't quite get it through the zone. Stevenson's there, picks up the loose puck in front of his own net. Stevenson trying to play it out. Traffic back there, can't quite get it out of the zone. He gets up the blue line, kept in again by SDP. Masters trying to poke it around and get it out of the blue line, but kept in. They'll dump it behind the net. Loose puck picked up by SDP. Hunzinger trying to get a poke check out of the corner, but it's kept alive momentarily by SDP. Masters circling around. Can't quite get it out of the zone. They pick it up. They'll drop back top of the slot looking for a shot. Blocked by Hunzinger. Never got on target. SDP plays it back to the right point. Fanned on it with a poke check by Hunzinger. Masters ties up his man in the corner.
Get there! No.
And now Pure Edge will skate it out, trying to bring it up the right side out of the neutral zone. The battle there. Vanderpool did get it out of the zone, but SDP comes away with it after a turnover. Stevenson will chase the puck down. Centering pass, tipped. Vanderpool got a piece of it and trickled into the corner. It's cleared out. Brown will chase after it. No icing. The goalie got to decide if he should go after it. He leaves it alone. SDP defenders there, just as Brown was arriving as well. Line change for the Pure Edge. Phillips is on the ice. Brown, Stevenson, Weisner, and Moragas. Weisner chips it ahead, looking for Moragas, who jumps around a defender. Brown heads to the slot. Moragas looking for a centering pass. He plays it back to the point. Nobody home. Phillips will circle back and pick up the puck. Looking at the ice, trying to set it up. He plays it up to Weisner. Weisner plays it ahead to Brown. Poke checked away by SDP at the last second. SDP will clear the zone. Weisner trying to poke check that back. He does get it, pokes it back to Moragas. Moragas goes around one defender. He's in the zone. Centering pass for Brown. Great pass there to Brown. Brown got a stick on it. Not a real solid shot. It trickled into the corner. They play it back. Comes back to Lang. Lang puts a shot, trying to get a tip on it. Loose puck trickles in the corner. Brown picks up the puck behind his net, trying to circle around and get a shot. It's poke checked away at the last second, though, before he could spin and fire. And SDP comes the other direction. 1 on 3. Poke checked there by Weisner, separates it. They get around Phillips, looking for a shot. Glove stave, Stewartson. Got a stoppage in play here with 8:16 remaining. Face-off controlled by Pure Edge. Hargadine wins it back to the defense, but puck comes back out to the blue line, trickles across the line. Hargadine picks up a loose puck. He's got one man to beat if he can put a move on him. Poke check, though, by SDP, and they separate the puck. Hargadine had one man to beat trying to get around him. Hargadine gets taken down. It looks like there'll be a penalty on SDP as they touch it up. That'll put Pure Edge on the power play, their first of the game. Hargadine, Moragas, Weisner. Referee is confused here. He tried to bring the face-off down in the Pure Edge zone. It's the Pure Edge power play. Bondurk and Vanderpool, MD, Moragas, Weisner, and Hargadine are your forwards. Loose puck, poked back to the point, dumped ahead though into the corner. Weisner picks it up, trying to play it back to Bondurk, gets tied up in the corner. He creates some space, plays it over to Hargadine. Hargadine wraps around the net, plays it back in front to Moragas, couldn't get a clean shot on it. Bondurk comes down, tries to skate around a defender and send it back to the crease. Bondurk plays it back to Hargadine. Hargadine looking for a pass right in front, looking for Weisner. He sauced it over his stick. Just had a little bit too much action on it. It bounced over Weisner's stick, who was there. Moragas makes a play over to Weisner. Weisner chips it ahead. Got a stick on it, so there's no icing. They play it out. Goes off the shin guard of Vanderpool, though. Moragas runs it down.
Stay back.
Moragas will run behind his own net. Sauce pass up. Looking for Weisner, just a little out of his reach. Puck was bouncing around, collected by SDP. Neutral zone pass here, bouncing around. Back and forth between both teams, but SDP eventually picks it up. Vondick will run that down. Vondick trying to break it out. He finds Weisner on the near boards. Weisner collects it, plays it back ahead to Moragas. Or no, not Moragas, that would be Vanderpool. Vanderpool picks up the puck. Cross-ice pass over there to Hargadine from the face-off dot. Doesn't get a good stick on it. It's got poke check on its way to the net. Loose puck picked up by SCP, but Hargadine picks the pocket, plays it back to Moragas. Moragas in the slot, shot, and he scores! Moragas ties the game at 2. Power play goal for Pure Edge. Ties the game at 2. .6:10 remaining. Pure Edge just pulled even in this third place game. 6:10 remaining in the second period, I should say. Brown wins the face-off, trying to play it over to Hunziger. Just skates around some traffic and he gets poked ahead by SDP. Lang and Phillips back on D. SDP across the blue line. Good back check there by Majors. Centering pass goes all the way through the crease, but Brown picks it up. Brown will skate it out of his own zone through the neutral zone, evades some traffic, trying to get a drop pass back to Hunziger. Picks up the loose puck though, and Brown dumps it in the zone, but it's cleared out immediately by SDP. Phillips sends it up the boards back to Brown. Brown is across the blue line. Drop pass for Hunziger. Hunziger trying to skate around some traffic, lost the handle momentarily. He regains control, sends it over, looking for someone in the slot. Pass was intercepted by SDP, and they'll come the other direction. Shot, blocker, save. Rebound right to the shot, wide left. Came right to the face-off dot, and SDP had a second shot, but they shot it left to the post. Trying to get it out of there, but intercepted behind the net by an SDP player. Lang trying to free up the puck. Majors back there in support. Lang and Majors. SDP comes away with it though. Poke check there by Brown. He kicks it aside. Lang picks up the puck, trying to get it out of the zone. Hunziger trying to chip it ahead. Or Majors, I should say, was trying to chip it ahead to Hunziger. But SDP kept it in. They're back in the far corner. Phillips in the battle, but they play it back to the right D. Shot coming from the right D. It's a skate, maybe have been an SDP player skate. Kicked into the near corner. Shot goes off of Brown. Doesn't get cleared though. Another shot coming back from the point. Hit Brown. Phillips and Brown were there trying to block it. I think it might have hit Brown. Brown breaks it out now. He's got Majors in support. Brown will dump it in for the line change. Masters, Moragas, Majors on the ice for your forward line. Stevenson and Vanderpool back on the point. SCP breaks it out through the neutral zone. Good back check by Moragas though as he picks off the pass. Picks off the puck, I should say. It circles around in his own zone. Trying to get through some traffic. He bangs it ahead to Hodgson. Picks up the loose puck around Hodgson. Moragas circles around. He'll play it back to the point. Masters picks it up. Slides it over to Vanderpool. Vanderpool trying to get a shot through. Doesn't hit. It's the shin guard of a SDP player. Stevenson got tripped up for a minute, but he's back on his feet. Masters with a good back check. Hodgson there picks up the loose puck. Hodgson trying to play it ahead to Moragas. Got poke checked away by SDP. Loose puck comes in front, centering pass all the way through the slot. Right winger picks it up, shot, blocker, save. Puck comes back almost to the blue line. Another shot from the SDP defenseman. Stevenson picks it up, tries to play it off the glass, can't quite get it out. SDP keeps the play alive. Centering pass in the slot, backhand attempt turned away by Stewartson. Stevenson sends it up the sideboards. Moragas can chase after it. It's a foot race if Moragas can get there. Both players go down. We'll see who gets the penalty. The referee had his arm up, and then he just put it down. Interesting. Maybe he was potentially calling an icing that never happened, I guess. Both players go down. No call. Play comes back down into the Pure Edge zone. Moragas trying to dig it out of there. The battle with Masters back there as well. Moragas eventually backhands it and chips it up, but it comes to the right point. Shot on target, glove save, and Stewartson hangs on to it. 2:16 remaining in this second period. Brown chips the face-off, trying to get to Hargadine. Design play there to chip it forward, and Hargadine was ready to jump the line, but SDP got to it first. Puck chips into the corner. Brown with the poke check. Weisner there as well, and Vonder can support also. SDP plays it right through the crease, backdoor, nobody home, they bang it off the post. That puck trickled right through the blue paint. There was an SDP player on the back post, but couldn't connect, and Weisner comes away with it. Weisner and Hargadine streaking. 2-on-2 break. Weisner across the blue line, trying to soft pass over to Hargadine, but can't get it through the defensive sticks. Hargadine comes away with it, trying to backhand it in. Poke check by SDP, they separate it, but Hargadine had a look there, trying to get it over to Brown. Vonder keeps it in at the point. They tie up their man there on the side, chip it ahead to Hargadine. Hargadine looking to get a shot high over the crossbar. Goalie tried to get a glove on it, but it was over his head, I should say. Puck comes out just over the blue line, and Vonder will play it back, looking for Weisner. Pass is picked off, though. Back checking is Weisner. He gets in the crease, and a good back check by Weisner. He got a stick on it the last second, right when they were ready to pull the trigger. Trying to Michigan. He thought about the Michigan back there. You can see him flatten the blade. Thought about it. Hargadine skates it up the left side, trying to kick it to himself, but it's kept in at the point. Poke check by SDP, a shot on target. Doesn't get to the net. Blocked. Brown picks it up, chips it ahead to Weisner. Weisner trying to play it over to Hargadine. He does. Trying to chip it back maybe to Vondrek on the point, but it's chipped ahead to Hargadine. He sends it into the corner to chase after it. Hargadine tries to center it over to the slot. 30 seconds remaining. Pure Edge trying to set something up behind the net and get a centering pass. Hargadine battling, trying to get the loose puck. Slide it somewhere towards the crease. Got a delayed penalty here coming up. Referee does have his hand up. It'll be on SDP, the wraparound attempt, and they touch it up. 10 seconds remaining in the period. Some sort of boarding call, I believe. Stewartson was headed to the net, trying to create the man advantage there on the delayed penalty. SDP touched it up. We'll get a stoppage in play. Let's see if they'll do a hand signal here, if I can tell. No, referee just kind of spoke through the glass to the scorekeeper, so I don't know what the penalty was, but just based on the action, it looked like some sort of boarding call, roughing call. 10 seconds remaining in the second period. Pure Edge goes on the power play. Hargadine trying to win the faceoff back for one shot, maybe before the whistle blows. 3.5 seconds remaining. See what the call there was. Moragas is going to go off. That negates the power play. 1.5 seconds remaining. Might have been a trip there. Penalty to Moragas, brings the face-off down in the Pure Edge zone. Why they got 5 guys on the man's box? Hey! Why are there 5 guys in the game? That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Oh, they pulled the goalie. I didn't see that. Gotcha. Didn't see that they pulled the goalie with 1 second left. That makes sense. I didn't see that. So 5-on-4 advantage there, and I hadn't looked to the right to see the goalie then pulled for that 1 second shot, 1 second face-off. So without the goalie pull, there'll be 4-on-4, probably pretty similar penalties. I think Moragas went off within 10, 15, 20 seconds of the first power play that started for Pure Edge. So Should be 4-on-4 for about a minute and a half, I'd say.
Go, dog!
We hit into this third period. Knotted at 2 goals apiece. The first time these teams played each other. The contest ended 3-2 in favor of SDP. Very similar game today. Let's see if Pure Edge can come out on top. 4-on-4 hockey here for a while. Weisner and Hargadine pick up the puck after the faceoff. Hargadine skates it in, tries to get it around, toe drags it. Shot goes wide of the net, behind the net. Weisner plays it back to Hargadine. Phillips and Lang back on the point. Hargadine trying to take it through the crease and get a shot. They fan on it, and Hargadine picks up the loose puck and fires a laser over the goalie's left shoulder. Loose puck right in front after a couple attempts at the wraparound and a rebound. The puck trickled out. Hargadine scooped it up, fired a wrister right over the goalie's stick side shoulder.
That's separate penalty!
Still playing 4-on-4 hockey here. Even strength goal. There's no man advantage to negate with a goal, 4-on-4. So both players continue to serve their penalties. Phillips lost an edge, hot back up, and a battle behind the net here. SDP trying to play it back, but they fan on it, and it comes all the way out across the blue line, and they'll reset. SDP plays it across the center ice. Up to the left winger, trying to break it in. Poke check by Brown, though, and he clears the zone. Lang chipped it back across the blue line, and SDP resets again. They'll dump it in this time. Sends it behind Stewartson. Lang is there trying to chip it ahead and around some traffic, but SDP ties it up in the far corner. They chip it back behind Stewartson, where Lang will pick it up. Lang plays it ahead to Hunzinger. Hunzinger couldn't quite get it out there. It was picked off by SDP. They'll play it back behind Stewartson. Lang sends it up the sideboards. It's chipped at the blue line, but couldn't be corralled, and it rolls all the way back into the SDP zone. They'll reset, streaking up through the neutral zone. Through some traffic, a poke check separates the puck, though, and they play it back to Hunzinger. Hunzinger plays it off the boards and clears the zone, looking for Masters out of his reach, but it did clear the zone. Both players in the penalty box on their feet, ready to leave the penalty box. SDP back at full strength. Hunzinger gets over the red line and dumps it in. Moragas back on the ice. Both teams 5-on-5 now. SDP trying to clear it out. They dump it into the neutral zone. Offsides. They'll reset. SDP breaks it out over the neutral zone. Masters the back check there. Vondruk there as well. Majors picks up the loose puck at his near corner. Backhand pass over to Moragas. Couldn't quite get it out of the zone. It stays inside the blue line. SDP jumps right back down. They'll push it down into the far corner. Trying to play it around Vanderpool. Masters is back there as well. Vondruk ties up a man behind the net. He gets free, trying to wrap around. Trying to set something up. Goes all the way into the crease. And Moragas picks up the loose puck and sauces it ahead. Little foot race here if Majors can get to it. Majors chips it ahead. Loses control, though, and the puck trickles into the corner where SDP collects it. Moragas in pursuit behind the net, ties up his man. Comes all the way back to the blue line, and they clear the zone. Vanderpool, the only man back. Masters is back checking. Shot coming right on target. Glove save, Stewartson, and he'll hang on to it. Face-off coming. Just outside the net. Pure Edge net, I should say. Hargadine to take the face-off. Hodgson and Weisner, your other wingers. Weisner digs it out, trying to play it ahead to himself. He does, gets a little space, plays it over to Hargadine. Hargadine will chase after it, pucks across the blue line. Hargadine catches up, tries to skate around one defender. Gets tied up in the boards, but he comes away with it. Hargadine going to try the wrap around. If he can get back to the point, he'll play it back to Leaf. Leaf, it's a shot, loose in front. Right in front, second attempt by Weisner. Hodgin was there on the back door. He banged away at it. It trickled through the crease. Hargadine digs it out. Hargadine looking to play a shot through the crease. Trickles into the corner. SDP picks it up. Hodgin there trying to keep the play alive. He does. He pokes it back to Hargadine. Hargadine will reset. Hargadine plays it over to Weisner. It goes off the backside of Weisner's stick, though, and out of the zone. Weisner plays it back, looking for Leith, just over his stick. Phillips gets into the corner, ties up his man, and time for Hargadine to come away with it. Hargadine's pass, cross-ice pass over to Weisner. Weisner streaking across the blue line. Forced to the outside, down to below the face-off circle. Poke check, though, and lost the handle. SDP will break it out the other direction. They chip it all the way ahead. Stevenson and Leith are back. Leith takes the man behind the net. Bad hit right there on Stevenson. Looks like he's okay, but I thought he banged right into the right post of the goal, but he popped right back up. He doesn't have a stick. His stick is tied up in the net. Moragas comes away with it. That'll give a chance for Stevenson to get his stick. Brown and Moragas streaking through center ice. Moragas with a poke check there, though, by SDP and lost the handle. Stevenson back on D. SDP with the puck, trying to get it around Stevenson and get a wraparound, but they're forced behind the net. Moragas chasing his man into the far boards there. Brown intercepts the pass, goes off the skate. Brown's trying to chip it ahead to himself. He does. He's got Moragas, but he can chip it ahead to Moragas. Moragas just got turned around. It's tough to receive that pass. Had some space there, but SDP clears it all the way to the other end. We'll get an icing call. 9:44 remaining in this third period. Face-off will bring the action down here in front of the SDP net. Phillips on the point with Lang. Hunzinger. Moragas and Brown are your forwards. SDP controls the face-off. Play it back into the corner. Brown turns around, fires. Puck goes wide into the corner, though. Tried to dig it out and reset. Moragas comes away with the loose puck. He's in the slot, trying to get around some traffic, pull the trigger. It got poked away at the last second, though. SDP trying to clear. Moragas picks up the loose puck. Got a slow shot that trickled into the far corner. SDP will pick up the loose puck, try to clear it out. They get behind the last defender. Puck goes wide. Phillips back checking. Lang back checking. Shot, and they score. Got a long outlet pass and got past Phillips and Lang and beat Stewartson. Top corner goal that ties it up 3-3 with 9:05 remaining. Hargadine and Majors in pursuit here. New game here, 3-3 in this third period. Vondra trying to backhand it out of the zone. Lands on the tape of an SDP stick. Shot. Looks like Stewartson might have got a piece of that. It looked like it was on target, but Stewartson blocked it, went up into the net. It was a hard wrist shot. Had some heat on it. Got blocked into the net. We'll get a face-off here. Just under 9 minutes remaining. SDP wins the face-off. They play it back to the point. Fanned on it momentarily. Had a chance there to rush out of the zone, but they kept it in. Trying to chip it ahead to Masters and clear the zone. Hargadine, Majors just over the blue line. SDP kept it alive. They'll circle back down, top of the face-off circle, trying to make something happen. A couple of poke checks there, though, and they disrupt the play. Masters trying to chip it ahead to Hargadine. Hargadine comes away with it. Couldn't find the handle. Finally regains it. He's got Majors. It's chipped ahead, though. Shot from Majors on target. They cover it up. Hargadine got taken down. That'll create a power play for Pure Edge. 7:54 remaining. Pure Edge goes on the man advantage. Vanderpool, Moragas, Hargadine. Weisner and Vondick, I believe, on the power play. Weisner wins the faceoff back to Hargadine. Quick shot turned away by the goalie. Quick faceoff win and a quick shot on goal. Weisner playing it back. Over to tip shot from the right D. Doesn't get through. Eventually cleared out. Moragas will run that down. Got Vondick in tow supporting him. Moragas picks up the loose puck behind his own net. Moragas trying to skate it out. Cross-ice pass. Over to Vanderpool. Vanderpool got tied up on the boards in a poke check. He chipped it ahead trying to find Hargadine, but it's poked away. Weisner plays it back to Vanderpool. Vanderpool with a poke check. Lost the handle. And they'll ice it down. Moragas overskates it. Stops, picks up the puck, collects it. Look up ice, trying to set something up. He's got Hargadine and Weisner. He plays it up to Weisner. Weisner skates it ahead. Waits for Vanderpool. Vanderpool across the blue line. Trying to get it all the way over to Hargadine. Pass is intercepted though. They'll poke it back. Moragas trying to keep it alive. Vanderpool comes over. Poke check by Moragas. They've got a man advantage here. Vondick gets around one player. They play it back right in front. Shot right in Stewartson's belly. He hangs on. Great effort there by SDP to create a shot. Short-handed opportunity, but Stewardson was up to the challenge and hung on to it. Dangerous little exchange there. Just kept kind of poking it ahead through the neutral zone. That eventually got some clearance and got a shot right on net on Stewardson. Brown on the face-off. Brown wins the face-off. Plays it over the left wing to clear it up and out. Over to Hunziker. It's poked back in though, and SDP rushes right back in. Phillips and Lang on D with a poke check there. Hunziker will skate it out. He's got Brown up ahead. Hunziker brings it across the blue line on the left side. Hunziker gets a shot on target. Leg pad save, goes into the near corner. Hunziker in a battle in the corner, trying to free the puck up. Phillips and Lang back on D, and they'll ice the puck again. Penalty is just about over. Lang picks up the puck. He plays it ahead looking for Brown. SDP back at full strength. Hunziker trying to play it out, chip back in the zone. Phillips is there. He'll try to send it up to Brown. He poke checks it away over to Masters. Masters sends it back to center ice. SDP will reset at the red line. Trying to chip it ahead, but Brown is there to intercept that. He sends it back up. Majors, Weisner, Moragas on the ice. Phillips and Lang back on D. Phillips forces the man into the corner. Rides it behind the net. He'll circle around, try to set something else up. Poke check there, sends the puck into the corner. Phillips will run that down. Tries to smack it ahead up to Weisner through some traffic. Got bogged down momentarily, and Moragas kicks it ahead to himself, trying to one-hand it out of there. He got tied up on the boards. Majors with the takedown. No call on that. Phillips plays it back up the sideboards. SDP behind the net, trying to set something up. Weisner ties him up. Moragas as well. Comes back to the blue line, though. It's kept in by the blue line. Shot. Doesn't get through the traffic. Might have gone off Phillips' leg. Moragas picks up the puck. He'll try to skate around some traffic. He gets a couple defenders turned around. He's through center ice. He's got Weisner in tow. Moragas forced to the outside. It's knocked down. SDP will pick up the puck behind their own net. They'll circle around. Play it up and off the glass. Weisner tries to keep it in. He pinches down. Puck comes over to Majors. Majors trying to get a shot. Was poked away, though. Didn't get very much strength on that shot. SDP chips up the neutral zone. Weisner comes away with it, though. Weisner trying to play it and keeps it in the zone momentarily, but it's chipped back. Comes all the way back to Leith. He'll set up on the blue line. Leith plays it ahead to Majors. And the pass is intercepted, though, by SDP. Leith sends the man in the corner. Back checking shot. Glove save by Stewartson, and he hangs on to it. Under 4 minutes remaining in the third now. Pure Edge's last game went into overtime. Let's see what these last 4 minutes bring, whether or not this one will go to overtime. Brown controlled the face-off. Quick shot right on target. Stewartson saved it. Rebound kicks up to Hargadine. Hargadine streaking with Brown. Hargadine pulls the trigger, but it gets poke-checked away before he can get some heat on it. Turns, fires another shot. Goes just wide into the corner. Vanderpool is down. Pinches down, I should say. Shot goes behind the net. They're trying to clear it out. Hodgin tried to poke-check it, but they cleared up to the blue line. Good job by Stevenson. He sends it back up into the neutral zone looking for Brown. Brown comes away with it, pulls it back to himself, keeps it alive. Brown's going to get to the top of the slot looking for a shot. He gets around the traffic. Brown just gets turned around and loses an edge. Trying to play it from his knees there. Hodgin looking for a centering pass, maybe to Hargadine. SDP comes away with it though. They'll send it all the way down. They wave it off, must have hit Stewartson on the side of the net. Couldn't call the icing. Stevenson playing it back to Vanderpool behind his own net. Under 3 minutes now. Vanderpool trying to shake some defenders. Go backhand up looking for Masters. Masters and Vanderpool back and forth trying to clear the zone here. Circling behind their own net. Masters skates it up the left side. Gets it out of the zone, clears it ahead. Trying to poke it ahead to Moragas, who's streaking. Masters a good poke check there. Moragas comes away with it, trying to skate around some traffic. Moragas trying to put a shot on net, at least get it down there and dump it in. Phillips is on the ice with Lang on D. Masters in the slot. Going to get a penalty here. Takedown by SDP will result in a delayed penalty. 2:09 on the arena clock. Pure Edge will go on the power play. Or a roughing or a boarding call. Create the man advantage for Pure Edge. 2-minute power play with 2:09 remaining in the game in regulation. Moragas, Vanderpool, Hargadine, Weisner. Trying to get a look and see who the other winger is back there, the other defender. That'd be Vondrick. Coach is signaling. Didn't like the penalty there. Similar takedown on the other side. There's a no call for Pure Edge. Sure that's what he was talking about. Face off, won by Pure Edge. They play it back to the point. Vanderpool sends it down, trying to get it up to Hargadine. Hargadine comes away with it. It's tied up behind the net, trying to get free for a centering pass. Hargadine's got some space. Moragas is streaking. Plays it back to Weisner behind the net. Weisner trying to play it back to Hargadine. Poke checked away. Hargadine comes away with it, kicks him to himself. Trying to get freed up so he can get a pass. Comes off the side of the net. Turned aside by the SDP defender. Vanderpool in a battle there with Weisner, trying to clear it out of there. Hargadine waiting if he can dig it out. Hargadine comes away with it. Shot goes off the post. Tough angle shot. Couldn't sneak it in. That goes up and over the glass. Into the crowd with 1:24 remaining. We'll get a face-off here. Vondrick and Vanderpool on D. Weisner, Moragas, and Hargadine. See what the referees are discussing. I'm not sure how they play it in youth hockey, but in NHL, if you clear the puck from your own zone and it goes over the glass, it's a penalty, but not sure if they were discussing that or not. It might have been tipped. It might be the way they play it, but it also might have been tipped, so that doesn't factor in. Weisner comes away with it, playing it back to point, trying to keep it in, but it's cleared out of the zone. Moragas will corral that. He'll dump it back in. Shot on target. Lazy bouncer there. The goalie didn't make a clean save. That was a little more dangerous than it looked. Pass over to Weisner on the point. Weisner drop pass to Vanderpool. Vanderpool skates around some traffic, trying to go down lower. Weisner rolls back to the point. They play it back to Weisner. Weisner skates around some traffic. Plays it all the way around to Vondrick. Vondrick pinches down. Trying to play the puck back to the point. Maybe Weisner does get it back to the point to Hargadine. Shot from Hargadine. Just off target to the left. Vanderpool picks it up. Trying to play it back around, looking for Hargadine. 35 seconds remaining. Weisner picks up the loose puck. They play it back to Moragas. Moragas skates around one defender. Shot. Gets blocked. Second attempt by Moragas got blocked again. Didn't get through the traffic. That will finish off the penalty. Full strength now for SDP. 6 seconds remaining. They spin around, try to get it shot on net, but Moragas will just kill some time behind his own net here. 1 second remaining. We're going to get some more free hockey. Bonus time coming up. If they play it like the last one, it would be a 4-on-4, 5-minute sudden death overtime. We'll set the clock for 5 minutes and see if that's in fact what they do. 1 minute intermission here between periods. We'll see who they go with, and they roll their 4 out there.
What's the chances of this?
Back-to-back.
Back-to-back OT.
Yeah, crazy.
We went through that spurt last year. Like,
Yeah, it's true. A lot of those friendlies were ties, I think, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah, they have been all good. Looks like we'll have Vanderpool, Weisner, Phillips, and Moragas will be your 4. Phillips and Vanderpool on D, Weisner, Moragas are your forwards. 5-minute overtime on the board. They play it back to Vanderpool. Moragas wins the face-off to Vanderpool, who jumps over the blue line. Chips it behind the net. Looking for Weisner. Loose pass, loose puck, though, I should say, and they pass it out of the zone. Back check by Moragas. Vanderpool rushing back. Pressure coming from SDP. SDP picks the pocket there, I should say, and centering pass turned away, though. Moragas picks up the loose puck. Trying to evade some defenders. Pass over to Weisner. Weisner coming up the left side. They'll cut back to the center. Passes it over the sideboards, looking for Moragas, who chips it ahead. 2 players just collided. SDP fans wanting a penalty, but that was just 2 players who were both going for the puck. Big collision. Vanderpool picks up the loose puck in his own corner. He'll play it over to Weisner. Weisner plays it ahead to Moragas. Moragas all alone down there. Poke check by Hargadine. Hargadine keeps it alive. Moragas trying to play it back. SDP comes away with it. Hunzinger and Hargadine are your forwards. Poke check by Hargadine. Hunzinger plays it back over to Hargadine on the near boards. Hargadine trying to create some space. He'll go back behind the net. Hits the brakes and try the wrap around. Plays it back right in front in the crease. Loose puck in front. Shot. Loose puck cleared out. Bouncing lazy puck just trickled in there, but couldn't get a stick on. Another shot coming. Loose puck in front. Hargadine took a shot. Bondrick getting turned around, but a couple good poke checks. Shot right on target. Loose puck, and they put it in. 4-3 your final in overtime. Stewartson with the initial save. The loose puck bounced over the back door, and there was a SDP player right there to tap it in. This one also decided just very early into overtime. Minute and a half or so into the period. 4-on-4 hockey usually creates a lot more chances, more open ice, and that's exactly what happened in back-to-back overtime games for Pure Edge today. Early goals in the first minute or so. Unfortunately, Pure Edge on the losing end of both of those overtime games. Great hockey this weekend. Pure Edge finishes 4th in the tournament. Good showing here in Minnesota. 2 tough losses today in the Final Four. They'll go home with the 4th place finish. That'll wrap it up. That's the summer season. Pure Edge's 2 tournaments, both in Minnesota, are done for now, and heading into the regular season after that. So we'll see you at the regular season. That concludes the Pure Edge summer tournaments. 3rd place in Duluth, 4th place in Minneapolis. And that wraps it up. See you during the season.